Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking?
Okay, you guys, so let's go back to this subject that we were on, which was about rebound love, where you stand with that. I'm really thinking more so if somebody just went through a divorce after being married for a long time, or if somebody's mate died after a long time. Do you think getting involved with somebody that just got out of something is a good idea or no?
No. I think it depends because that individual that may have just gotten divorced, the marriage could have actually been over a long time ago.
Okay.
But they were still, you know what I'm saying, together. But, you know, the disconnect could have happened way before then. And at that point, that person is already
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a difference between a death and a divorce. A death is so abrupt, you know, and a person was not ready for that unless they were in a horrible marriage, then possibly, you know, if something was going on. But for the most part, before a divorce, usually, you know, you leave a relationship mentally way before it ends officially. So, yeah.
But if you could know about it, right, would you want your husband moving on a month after you was gone?
I would.
If I
started the divorce, I don't care what you do. Just
No, I mean if you passed away and somehow you could know. Would you want him to pass? Would you want him to move on?
I really would. That would be an issue for me because I'm dead. Like I don't want you.
No, I need you to miss me for a little while.
He's still gonna like even with him moving on in a
cry
relationship, it doesn't mean he doesn't miss you. And what I found a lot with grief of that capacity when a spouse dies, especially when we're talking about people who have been married for a very long time, it's very jarring for them to be alone, to find themselves single. So that grief tends to push them to want to immediately move on.
But see, that's just the point. Getting involved with somebody that's going through pain is like they broke their leg. So just see that as his leg is broke, right? And then you show up, you the crutch. When his leg is healed, he don't need a crutch no more. He gonna throw the crutch to the side. He ain't gonna be like, my leg is healed. Come here, crutch. No. Go on ahead and heal. Don't come over here.
It could, so it's, I personally wouldn't recommend a rebound relationship. My marriage was a rebound relationship, but that's another story. Anyway, that wasn't a question. It's, you know, we all know any relationship we get in, it's a risk. You're taking a risk, right? Like, you could get what you consider the ideal circumstances to get with somebody and the relationship not work out. So there's a whole lot of nuances that we could talk about. Like, okay, well, like you all said, if the relationship in their mind, they were mentally checked out, it might work out, it might not. And then two, I think when we look at relationships, we're really hyper-focused on, is this the one? Is this going to last forever? Like, this has to be my last. This has to be the one that's forever. And we just can't predict that. Now, you can take the risk if you want to, and it might wind up being a really rewarding relationship. It just might not be one that lasts forever.
I just think men would rather die than have their heart broke. They don't like that. No, we don't like it either, but I think women can recover from it a little easier in a sense. Oh, but they would rather, they don't want to do that one. They don't want to do that.
No, a man can get his heart broken in the third grade and be like, Jessica Sampson.
Yeah.
She broke my heart on Valentine's Day.
And every woman
And
must
everyone,
pay.
and that's why to this
Everybody's
day,
still
I don't trust
suffering.
women. Like,
What I went through.
Every woman must pay.
Yeah,
to this day,
that's very
to this day.
That's very true. And then if you
63
look
years
for
old.
somebody to make him laugh, make him happy for a little while till he finds somebody else he really liked, then you left right there. So no, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me if your heart, or you just got your heart broke, that's all right, I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you. No, sir. No, thank you. What you think?
I think it depends on the situation. Because if somebody just passed away,
Oh, her mic is not on today for some reason. Okay.
I think it depends on the situation. If someone have died and they just meet somebody, you just happen to meet somebody. You might meet somebody in the grocery store, whatever, and you just end up attracted. You know, sometimes it could just be you don't
Sometimes
even have
it
your
happens.
mind on it.
Sometimes
But
that happens.
things like that happen. What are you going to do?
What about this though? What if you met somebody whose mate died? They had a great marriage, but she died abruptly, and he still has pictures. Maybe it's 2 years later. He still has pictures of her in his home.
Oh, I did that.
Would
I
you
did
want him
that.
to take?
I did that.
Would you,
I did that.
Would you
I
want
got
him to take the
experience with
pictures down, or would you be bothered by his ex-wife's pictures still in the house, and they had a family and they just pictures, or?
It didn't bother me.
It didn't bother
It didn't bother me at all because I understood that she died. Like, and he even asked me about it. He was like, "Does it bother you at all?" And I was like, "No, I'm under no illusions. If she was still alive, I would not be here. You'd be sitting here chilling at home with her." Like, I get it. It's a part of life. It doesn't bother me at all. And I would never want to erase her from his life because their kids, like when I was dating him, his kids were like 5 and 3, something like that. So
Yeah,
that's their
pretty
mom. I
young.
would never want him to have to
Yeah, I
tiptoe around
wouldn't
it with
care
me.
either. And I like old movies, and I remember in this old movie, this lady was hiding pictures of her husband that had passed away, and the guy told her, he said, "You don't have to hide those pictures." He said, "I couldn't love a woman that stopped loving her husband just because he died." See, people knew how to mac you back then in the movies. Yeah, they did. Ooh, I was like, see, now that's a smooth line. I would have liked him for life after that, you know, and probably took the pictures down after that.
Right.
So that's something. Okay, let's look at this one. What do you think about jealousy? Do you think a little bit of jealousy in a relationship is okay, or should there be no jealousy at all?
I think
A
a little
little is
jealousy is
natural.
okay. I think a little jealousy is okay.
But how do you determine what's a little and what's a lot?
Well, when you're going crazy. Some people are crazy with it. I mean, just overdoing.
Listen, jealousy is a normal human experience. We all experience jealousy. I remember going to Target. It was a beautiful woman that walked in the store, and just this irrational jealousy came over me, and I was following her around like, "There's got to be something. Let me see if you got an eyebrow out of place. Let me see if something's wrong with you, because you shouldn't even be that pretty." And I had to catch myself like, "Girl, what are you doing?" So it's natural, but what I need you to do is have enough emotional intelligence that you know how to check your jealousy, that you're not projecting it onto me in our relationship.
Right.
Because I can't spend our entire relationship trying to assuage your insecurities and your jealousy. I'm just not gonna do that.
Now, standing outside my house crying, don't do that. That's not cute. But you do want somebody that care about you, you know, not somebody like, "I don't care."
But care doesn't have to equate to jealousy, though, and I
Yeah.
think that's the misconception that, and it can be a tricky slope, you know, that idea that, well, if you're jealous, that means you care. It can mean a whole lot of things. You're not cutting up my body and storing me.
No, we ain't doing
like
that.
we ain't doing like. But I'm just
That's
saying,
crazy jealousy.
it's a slippery slope if you start tolerating that. Like I said, it's normal and.
How do you know when it's getting that bad though? See, because it's such a thin line.
So,
I
is
see
there a
you crying
persistent?
outside the
what-
house.
well,
Don't come
is
out
there a
there crying.
persistent pattern of it? If it's a case of, you know, every time you all go somewhere, I saw that dude looking at you. I saw him looking at you. Who was you talking to? I saw you talking to that dude. You was laughing real hard. I ain't hit nothing fun. Like, is that a persistent thing that we're dealing with? Every time we go out, every time I'm around somebody of the opposite sex, that's when your spidey senses need to be tingling, like, because it's probably only going to escalate from
Yeah,
there.
that's
But,
Somebody-
that's where it starts, though. Like,
It does start there.
yeah. Like,
Somebody's-
again, that's why I need you to have the emotional intelligence. Sometimes your jealousy can be, you know, a green flag telling you something, hey, something ain't right here. But again, if we're in a relationship, I need you to be able to have enough emotional intelligence to be like, you know what, I'm feeling off about this thing. And then come bring it, hey, listen, I saw you talking to this guy like Pretty Woman. Remember when Edward told Vivian after they went to the polo match? He was like, I saw you talking to her boy.
Oh.
I ain't like it. And she was just like, we were just talking. He was like, I ain't like it. You can do that. Like, you can tell that I can deal
Somebody
with because
was
that's
saying,
a way.
I saw somebody looking at you. I said, "Did." Sure was.
I mean, because if you with because I'm fine, right? You with me because I'm fine, right? That's one of the things you like about
Maya
me.
Angelou said that jealousy should be like your salt in your food, just a little bit to enhance the flavor, but not too much to kill you. That's how much. That's how much you need in there, just a tap. Just a tap, just enough where you know somebody's not so indifferent. They don't care if you come or go or who.
Exactly.
You know, don't nobody like that neither. You know.
I don't like that.
Don't let me get all cute. Yeah. Don't let me get all cutified. You ain't said nothing. Say something. Say where you going. Say something. Say something. I was, you know.
Where you think you going with that on?
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, give me an old where you think you're going. That works for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's something really silly, but because this happened to me one time, right? So what y'all think about a woman eating off your man plate?
Oh,
I don't share food. Don't eat off my
absolutely
plate.
not. She gonna pull back a nub.
Right, Andrea.
Don't eat off my plate.
She just reached over and ate out his plate.
Okay, really it was a potato chip bag. Let me just tell y'all what had happened, right? So he was eating some potato chips. She said, give me some of your potato chips. She put her hand down in that bag. I was like, Did she just put her hand over in that potato chip bag? I ain't like that. I ain't like that. Don't do that. You supposed to, she said, take it every time. Food is love. I'm trying to tell you. Because you know a woman flirt when she's eating off your plate, right?
Men,
What?
do y'all
Come
know
on
that?
now. Don't do that. Don't put your hand over there. Don't put your hand over there. Because I don't think I'm a jealous person. I'm territorial.
Me too.
Yeah, stay out my yard. So they weren't together? No, this was my husband at the time. I said she put her hand in his potato chip bag. No, that's what I said. I was talking. I was like, yeah, girl, that I was.
There's some smoke
Did
in
she
the
just
city.
put her hand in that potato chip bag?
It's
Now,
some
see,
smoke
I
in the
can
city.
tell from the men in the audience, they're thinking,
What's the big
it's only a
deal?
potato chip.
But we know how women think.
So for the
Well,
men,
up
okay.
and down.
So for
Ask
the
this
men,
question, because
She
he,
said-
the
she said she
equivalent
got a
would be if a
yeah,
man.
I'm
So-
looking at him.
Okay, so for the men, the equivalent
He
would
think
be
we being
if
ridiculous.
I really
a
wanna
man
hear
walked
from
up to
him.
your wife like or your girlfriend like, "Oh, this is really good. You should taste this," and he fed her. That's the equivalent for y'all.
So what do you think?
It's not that big a
Or
deal.
he licked on his ice cream and then gave it to her to
Right,
lick on
like,
his
from
ice
what
cream.
now?
No,
That's
no,
too
no,
much.
no.
That's
Give
too
him a
much.
chance. Give him a chance. I want to hear.
It's a big difference when you're sticking your hand in a bag of potato chips versus somebody feeding my wife or girlfriend something. That's a big difference.
Look,
Big
dig
difference
this,
to
dig
you.
this. You sitting at the table with some more people, right? This dude sitting there, he go, girl, let me have some of the potatoes you got. I'm good. You good with
I
that?
wouldn't be bothered with that.
That's what I'm saying? You wouldn't be bothered by that?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you should be bothered by that.
See,
In possession, it's different, but if it's on the table and it's free
No,
flow,
but it's her plate.
No, it's her
her
plate.
plate.
Her plate.
well, you know,
She's
we might have
been
a
eating
problem.
from it.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know how there are certain things that for men, like that you all know that other men do to, get other women. You have to school your woman like, man, that man wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to push up on you. And she's like, what do you mean? No, he said what? So
I got you.
this is like, we as women, we're telling you, any woman coming over, oh, can I? She not
She's
trying to take,
learning.
right, it wasn't
You're
about them
right.
chips.
What you do is you go on karate chopper to the throat, and your wife will be happy about that. That's how you save
Wait a
yourself
minute,
in
that's
this
like that
situation. Just
man.
be like, hey girl, don't put your hand in my plate.
Well, he'd be like that. You seen it?
Be like in that Malcolm X movie. Get your hand out my pocket. You gotta be like that.
Get your hand out of my potato chip bag.
Then she gonna be like, he handled that right.
So look, is it really an issue that men don't all the time understand when a woman is really flirting?
Well, they don't know because women,
I think they
we're
know.
a little bit more, subtle.
I think
Yeah.
they know. Men know when women are flirting with them. They might try to act like they don't know.
They don't wanna know.
They know.
Do you all
And the
know?
reason why they say they don't know is because they may not be interested. So to them, I'm not thinking about her no way. So
Yeah, but
they
still,
know.
she better not. I
Or
told you,
maybe
stay
they
out-
are interested.
Stay out my yard. Stay out my yard. I will bite you and put you out of there. Are we up for a break? Okay, let's take a break and then we'll be back.